Oh.
Okay, so we got bell work. You guys out your bell work? And the first question is, what makes a great scientist? We learned about Charles Darwin. Last year you guys learned about Mendel. Any other scientists that you guys know about? Einstein. What makes a good scientist? Is your own belief.
Like, make you question a lot.
You're writing it right now.
I already did.
You already did it. Look at it. You're ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then the second one is, what do you include in a lab report? What do you think would be key factors that you would write in a lab report?
Bless you. Is Ryan so I didn't see it at all. Cool. I just noticed that we all also like brown and here, and then they get a blue tag. You did?
Like how long?
Why did you So are you just gonna like end up with like really like dark eyebrows or? What's going on? You don't have blonde hair.
That's what he wants to think.
He used to have blonde hair.
Is everyone done with the first one?
Yeah.
Need a second one? Okay, so what are some good things that make a great scientist? So we heard that they ask a lot of questions. What other things?
They have to enjoy what they're doing.
Enjoy what they're doing. What else?
Observe. Observation.
So they need to be able to observe something.
Have attention to detail.
Attention to detail. That's actually a really great one. Because if you're sloppy, I don't think you'll be a good scientist. Unless you're like a crazy scientist. Anything else that can make a great scientist? They need to ask a lot of questions, enjoy what they do. They need to observe different types of things. They need to have attention to detail. Anything else? I think those are some. Okay, what do you need to include in a lab report? If you were to write a lab report, what do you think would be vital factors that you need to have in it?
A lab report?
Mm-hmm.
Like a write-up of the procedure.
Okay, so you need to have your procedure. What else?
Like when you're doing it?
Okay, so date. Possibly time too, if you want to have that. What else?
Observation.
So you need to have your observations. Anything else? You need to have your hypothesis. You couldn't have an experiment without a hypothesis.
Conclusion.
Conclusion. That's all I have.
Inferences.
Inferences.
And data. And graphs.
Data. Graphs. Pictures. Anything else? There's one more thing. No. You got conclusion.
Analysis? Analysis?
That would be like inferences. You infer what the data is, you analyze the data. What else? Materials. You need to include what type of materials you have. If you're using a microscope, you need to identify what type of microscope you're using. So the person after you, if they wanted to perform your experiment, they are able to have a basis of what they need in order to perform it. Those are some key features that would be in a lab report. So today, we are going to do an experiment with Jolly Ranchers. I love Jolly Ranchers.
Is this like the only experiment?
You will be working in groups of 4, so you can just work with the people behind you or the people in front of you. So you guys can flip around right now. All you'll need is something to write with and a scrap or a line paper.
One paper?
All your scrap ones.
Wait, is it one paper?
Yeah, each of you.
Oh, every person?
Each person needs a piece of paper and something to write with. So hold each other around.
Oh, yeah, you two can work. Ah, you guys can work. Lolo,
So everyone needs their own.
Oh, this chair's all broken. Ow, that's
how much wrong with that?
Look at this one. This one's all peachy.
I know, I said it.
I was wearing shorts.
Like, feels like fish still?
What? You like we all need it probably.
Okay, so is everyone? So everyone has this, so make sure everyone you put your name and the date for today.
Okay.
The front of it should say Jolly Rancher Experiment, that's the front page.
Maybe.
What's the date today?
You need one?
Today's the
No.
11th. Okay, so the problem that we're faced is which color Jolly Rancher will show up most in a small sample. So I'm going to provide you guys with a small sample of Jolly Ranchers, and you will see what color comes up or what flavor. You get to eat these up? Yes, I don't know words. Okay, so the information, there are 5 different Jolly Rancher flavors. There's watermelon, green apple, blue raspberry, grape, and cherry. So everyone will receive a random assortment of Jolly Ranchers. So as a group, you will receive a random assortment of Jolly Ranchers. As a group. So before we start anything, I want you to guys come up with your own hypothesis. Each person should have an hypothesis. If you guys want to have the same one, that is fine. But I think it would be more fun to have a different one, so everyone's different, so you guys don't have the same information. And you can see whose hypothesis was supported versus whose wasn't. Right now, write down hypothesis. Your hypothesis would be like in the small sample.
Which color?
It's supposed to be good there,
So say like, I believe watermelon will be the most color, flavor to show up in the small sample due to the fact that watermelon is the best.
What's raspberry? Everything but green apple. Yeah, those are like, it's like the green ones. The green ones are gross.
Watermelon cherry.
I like green.
Like the green
I
ones.
mean, even if you say, I believe green apple's gonna come out the most because I believe it's the best flavor in the entire world.
Or like
Why can't we just be logical about this?
it's
You know that
specific.
It has to be specific flavor.
They have like
That's the whole point. You have a specific flavor. Hypothesis.
Or something just sweet scented apple.
No, I don't play like that. You have to have a specific flavor. You can't just say, depending on what flavor comes up the most, that will be the most common. Okay? It's more fun. In your belt, like what's your favorite flavor? No. Dude, I'm gonna give you guys a sample. So you just want to eat like 5,000 of them?
I choose the red one. That they call it shingles. I call it slush.
You can have a flavor. There's watermelon, green apple, raspberry, and cherry. Grape.
Oh, grape is gross.
And then you always get the most grape. Do you guys have a specific kind?
Like green apple. Cherry.
Cherry? What's yours? So does everyone have a hypothesis? So I'm going to do this with you. I'm going to say my hypothesis, I believe grape is going to come up the most because I don't like grape and I always find it like everywhere.